We live.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Love and Marriage Podcast. I am your host, Wendy O, and this is my co-host, Hotep Jesus. How you doing tonight, Hotep?
Nope, 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 nope. We've been off a week, and that's the intro you give us. You
What
got to do.
happened?
You got to do that intro over again while I open my Heineken. You got to,
Hold on 1 second.
because you're doing two things at once. And gave us that shitty ass intro. I ain't having it.
I was trying to tweet. I'm so fucking tired. Listen, okay, can we, All right, let me tell you something. Welcome back to another episode of the Love and Marriage Podcast. I am your host, Wendy O, and this is my co-host, Hotep Jesus. How you doing tonight, Hotep?
There we go. That's a good one. I'm doing fucking marvelous tonight. How are you?
I'm good. You were on Fox News today. Tell us what happened.
Last night. So
Last night.
check this out, right? They said to me around 4 p.m. Hotep, can you come on Fox News? And I'm like, anything for you, Illuminati. And it's like, nah, it was Lawrence. Lawrence hit me up. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm there, bro. Like, he's homie, he's cool, he's the man, he's the shit. So they said that they were gonna get get me to go to the studio, but then they said it was too late to get me a studio, so they're gonna get a mobile studio to come to me. So the mobile studio ended up in traffic, so I was supposed to meet the mobile studio. I went to go meet the mobile studio, but it was gonna take too long. I was gonna miss my segment, so I had to turn back around, come back home, rush to my computer, and hop on Skype. And I made it in with like 10 seconds to spare. And then you saw the history that was made.
Wow, that's a really great. That's an amazing story.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And I loved. I watched some of it, the clip, and I support you and I support your opinion.
Oh, thank
And
you.
I like people who can give, who cannot that not only can give an opinion, but they have facts and they have experience and they can speak in a way to where it resonates with everybody. And
Yeah.
it's not just you're better.
Right. Can I read this comment
Please.
that I got from a disgruntled person on my IG? So I posted the clip on my IG. I was telling you this before we went online. And this is what the guy says to me. And I just don't understand why he's so disgruntled. Like, I didn't say anything wrong. He says, LOL, you on faux news talking about the Dems are racist. Laughing emoji. The Dems are far from perfect. You are far from perfect, clearly, but you're comparing apples to oranges. The Trump cabinet literally had two blacks, Omarosa and that clown brain surgeon. The Dem party, though flawed, is full of diversity. How about you left out the fact that the racist Dems left the party in droves during the civil rights era because they hated JFK and joined the Republican Party? Cut it out with the clout chasing, bro. It's embarrassing.
So you're not allowed. You're not entitled to have an opinion.
I'm not allowed to have an opinion. I'm not allowed to go on Fox. If Lawrence Jones calls me up and asks me to go, I'm apparently clout chasing. I don't know what to do with that. It's just too much. So, my rule. I don't respond, to stuff like that. But yeah, that is what we have to deal with. Like, as a black person, like, that's what the celebrities are afraid of, right? That's what a lot of people are afraid of when speaking out. Like, the type of thinking that they've created for us keeps you in a box. You're not allowed to go on Fox News. If you criticize the Democrats, you're clout chasing. All these little things, man. But, that's the box that they keep us in.
That's very unfortunate because at the same time, people that think freely and people that have a difference of opinion, they should be celebrated to an extent, just as long as it's not inciting, violence or causing ruckus. really negative consequences. But I do believe people should be able to go out and intelligently present their case and their opinion. And, sometimes if you debate somebody, then
Yeah.
you can change, you can sway them. That's why people debate.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I can't feed into people and their ignorance. I just let them stay, And if they ever want to have a real discussion without name calling, I'm here for it. Other than that, I can't be bothered.
I mean, the whole thing was very, very interesting. I was reading some threads. I was on your page reading, and then there's a couple other people that retweeted things, and it's just very interesting to me, the thought process behind things. And yeah, I'm just very confused. So.
It's all very, very confusing, but we try to make do with what we can.
I do have some good news. Well, I've got a lot of good news, but this is probably the highlight of my day.
Okay. What
A
you got?
company reached out to me, and I don't work with charity projects because I support two charities already. I support a crypto project. I support Self Care Lab, Pomona, California, my boxing gym that has yet to reopen because the city is being ridiculous. We're still working on it. We're waiting for permits now.
Racist Democrats.
Well, right. So we're waiting for permits. It's been yet to open. And then the House of Ruth, which is a shelter for survivors of DV. So they said, well, how about we just donate 25K to one of those charities? And I said, sure. And they did their research. They figured out, they saw Self Care Lab was legit. So they sent her 25K in Ethereum.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, Miss Nita getting blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings. Man, Wendy O out here doing the work. Wendy O has done more for the black community than the whole entire Biden administration. Jabari Allen, $2 super chat. Like how you snuck in that red pill at the end, HJ. Oh, I try to do my thing from time to time.
But it was good because she's getting tired, and the city's just giving her crap. And I sent you that private message, but one of her kids, the 12-year-old kid, got clipped outside of Pomona High School. He was shot at.
What?
And the city is more concerned with giving the police officers brand new cars, doing all this stuff, and they're not concerned with keeping community centers open. And it's very unfortunate. It's very, very sad. It makes me angry.
Well, if you kept community centers open, then Democrats would have nothing to exploit.
Well,
what would they campaign on without struggling black people?
So we're still working on the facility, and the supposedly there's permits that need to be done, and she's looking for other facilities as well. But now, it just all the money helps because it's going to the business. She's kept I think she has two or three people. She's kept them on payroll because it was their job. And, that money is going to go direct. It's going to go to cover 1 year of the lease, and it's going to go to purchase new equipment for the gym because it's going to be a bigger facility. But right now we're just waiting, and it's really frustrating because, everybody's out here screaming BLM and this and that and this and that. Well, you have a black woman that has a business, and it's not just a business. It's a nonprofit. It's a licensed nonprofit. And she's actually providing a good service to the community. Like,
right.
We need mental health help. We really, really do. These kids need a place to be, to live, to exert themselves, to express themselves in a free way, and to have a positive figure in their life to be like, I love you, I support you, you're doing great. If you need help, I'm here. She provides food for the kids. There's people that donate turkeys and food and all these things, and school supplies, clothes. And, the facility's not open because of the city of Pomona. So that was a highlight of my day, though.
Well, congratulations. I'm glad that happened. That's wonderful news for the hood. Wonderful news. What else you got on the plate?
I filmed I filmed a cartoon. I did voice work for a cartoon yesterday in Pasadena.
Really?
A crypto cartoon, yeah.
Oh, wow. You're the voice?
Well, the voice, one of the characters, it's a female. It's so dope.
Oh, but it's not like Crypto Wendy O is the character. You're voicing somebody else's character.
Yeah, it's a dog.
Oh, a dog.
Yeah.
Is it a female dog?
Yes, it's a bitch.
You know exactly where I was going with that.
It is, yeah, and the people is the people, they're actually all like very talented Grammy Award winning screenwriters and actor, like they're very well known, but they're very based also, which I love.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, very, very, very based, and
Uh-huh.
we talked about some things at dinner afterwards, and it was a it was really, really nice to hear that they agreed with some of the things that I was thinking, and I didn't have to say it.
Oh, that's wonderful news. That's wonderful news. You know, when we run into base people, it's like it reminds me of being black. You know, no, really, it does. You know, because sometimes what happens is, let's say you enter a work environment and it's majority white, and then another black person walks in. You kind of like look at each other and give each other a nod, like, okay, there's another one of us here, right? The same thing with the based community, right? Like you find out like somebody's based and you're like, you give each other the same nod. So it reminds me of being black.
Well, it reminds me of being an alpha female, because it's very hard to find other like-minded alpha females that aren't bitches. And when I see them, I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. We're here. Few and far between, but we're here. Absolutely. We are here.
what else happened? Oh, I got verified on Twitter.
Congratulations. Now I get to, every time you say something stupid, I'm going to just troll you and say those blue checks.
Well,
check accounts.
The thing is I get so many impersonators and scammers, and they've taken so much money from my audience. So now my audience can, like, they know. That's the only reason why I wanted to get verified, for that reason.
Yeah, they have tried me. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't think this Wendy. Let me go check. I'm like, yep, another scammer. I've been tagged on Twitter and Instagram. They've tried to scam me.
So yeah, Instagram and TikTok will be next. I'll sort that out later, but I'm just.
They hit me up like, hey, you want to earn money in crypto? I'm like, yo, this is my co-host. What are you trying over here? You didn't do any research before you hit me.
They messaged my best friend, my best gay friend. They messaged him, and he's just like, what the like, but yeah, so I'm happy about that, because it'll help people not. No yawning. It's going to make me tired.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
I'm exhausted too. And then you're going to be can we tell people where you're going to be appearing on soon, or should we wait till it happens?
Where am I going to be appearing?
I sent the email.
Oh yeah. The bit boy, bit bomb, bit
the Bit Boy show.
Bit Boy.
Yeah, he's the largest crypto YouTuber.
Ah, shit.
He's like,
stacking up these wins. I love it.
He's got like 1.4 million subs on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, you were going on there, right?
Yeah, we're gonna. It's what it is he does like 4 or 5 shows a day, and one of them, it's called Around the Blockchain. So it's 4 of us and a host, and we just talk crypto.
Oh, I'm in. I'm so in. Did we lock that day in yet?
No, I told them to do it when I'm on, because it'll be better that way.
Yeah.
And
I love it.
And so it'll be on a Monday or Wednesday, and the guys, one of the producers, like, is a big fan of yours, so he messaged me. He's like, "Can we get Hotep on?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll message him."
Who said that?
It's okay. One of the producers is a big fan of yours.
Is he?
Yeah.
Another one. Let's go. We can save the world. We can do this, everyone. We can do this.
We can. It's just, I think that people are just so scared to talk about things, and it's just so frustrating. Like, because I know we had talked about Dave Chappelle like a while back, and when I watched that comedy episode, I just really liked that he was just funny like that. Yeah. I remember growing up on comedy like that when I was a kid. Like, that's what we saw. Like that was Saturday Night Live. That's how they talk to an extent, and I feel that humor is not. You're not allowed to have humor anymore.
Oh yeah, not if somebody's gonna be offended.
But it's like, I mean,
the offensive jokes are sometimes the funniest.
They're the best jokes. Like I've like when people say stuff about, especially about communities I've been around, or like Italian Jews or whatever. Like
It's time to get your hair done.
Mine?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. This doesn't look nice today.
Okay, first off, it is hair washing night.
I knew something was going on there.
It is getting ready. I haven't put the tea tree oil in, but I have to do treatment, and I did do the tea tree oil because it just makes it great. I just need to wash it, okay? Because I can't wash my hair every day. It has to be once a week.
Okay. Oh, you just looking a little dusty tonight. That's what it is. Okay. I knew something was off. I was like, her hair is not hitting tonight. Usually the hair is like it's hitting. Tonight it's just not hitting. I'm like, yeah, she needs to hook that up. It's Wendy Wednesday.
It's Dusty ass Wendy on the show. I was tired. My kid, let me tell you something. My kid was home with a stuffy nose Monday, Tuesday, busting my balls. I had an event Monday night. I'm filming like 4 content pieces a day out, and not a lot of content. I've been having meetings, all kinds of stuff. I was dealing with charity. I was on, what did I even do today? I don't even know. I'm just making content. So she went to school today, but she's gonna be home Thursday and Friday. So I'm gonna be home with her, and I'm just tired. I'm tired. Okay.
It's a nightmare when the little kids are home.
It is.
It's an absolute nightmare.
They need to go to school. They do.
Yeah. And then you get them out of here. So what are we talking about tonight?
Okay, first topic. We're gonna talk about this one, and then we're talking about this one.
Oh boy.
All right, this is okay. So this is like a copy pasta on Twitter that somebody posted. But I think that I actually think that this can be that a lot of people are going through this right now. So my dusty ass is going to read it to you. Okay. So today, 15 years of marriage feels at an end. Marriage hasn't been great of late. Reasons, but we've preserved. Just had a final fight. She won't consent to tickling our boys. An anti-tickling nurse, overwhelming cognitive dissonance. I'm despondent, numb. F, this hurts.
I'm a bit confused on what tickling the boys means. Is that the balls or actual? What? The Yao Ming?
The
Yao Ming.
Sure.
Wow. She is with it or not with it?
She doesn't want to. She does not want to.
And he's upset that she does not want to.
Yep.
Who is this beta bitch?
This is just somebody on crypto Twitter. I don't know. And people are like they're copy pasting and they're laughing at it like this guy's an idiot. Like,
oh, he's a cuck. She should divorce him immediately.
Well, they're getting divorced anyways, but it's a good topic to discuss because I really feel like this whole tickling is going to cause, because I'm trying not to hit the algo, but I just feel like this whole tickling is going to cause a lot of people to break up because some people just are not interested and others are, and people are so disrespectful, like you can't even talk about it.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the brainwashing. You know, they train these people, and it's like it gets to the point where the oligarchs don't even have to do the work because the agents do the work for them. You know, remember in the Matrix, actually, no, wait, was it the Matrix? What movie is this? Oh, Inception. In Inception, when you start changing the environment of the dream too much, the people decide to attack you. And that's what's happening. We are living in that inception moment where when you alter the matrix with your common sense opinions, the NPCs will attack. It definitely reminds me of Inception. That's wild.
It's to the point where you can't even ask questions anymore. Like, it's like, this is the thing. I worked in healthcare 7 years. I worked in infectious disease, HIV/AIDS for 7 years. Like, I worked with a very, very hard, tough population.
Mm,
And, you know, some of the stuff I saw in healthcare just didn't really sit right with me. The way the doctors would talk crap about the patients after they left, the pharmacists. I'm just thinking to myself, like, you knew
mm,
what you were getting into, you knew what you were specializing in.
mm,
And these are a very complex group of people. And to
mm,
say, like, and I'm seeing doctors and nurses and medical professionals just come out and trash people. It's just like, are you serious? Like, your job, you took an oath to protect and serve, like to help mankind. And
mm,
you're out here saying these terrible things. Like, how could you, like, who,
mm,
like, you should get your license taken away for that. You should get, if
mm.
you're on social media calling somebody stupid for not wanting to receive care or asking a question about something, you should get your license removed for that, because that tells me that you're not capable of doing your job.
Yeah. I think one of the plots was, and this was during the Trump administration, where they simplified everything into left and right. If you have a certain type of opinion, you must be right. If you're a certain type of opinion, you must be left. So they simplified everything to where people think on the various subjects, they think politically and not nuanced based upon each subject. So when it comes down to the Yao Ming, what happens? Well, if you're against the Yao Ming, then obviously you're a white supremacist. You gotta be, because you agree with Donald Trump Jr. because he's against the mandates. And if you agree with Donald Trump Jr. and your opinions coincide, then you must be a white supremacist. So Wendy O, you're obviously a white supremacist.
I mean, I guess, considering I have a child with that's Latina, so I guess I am. I mean,
Oh, she's a white supremacist too.
oh, okay. Yeah. And I have a show with you, but yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Well, I'm technically a white supremacist too.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're very it looks like you have you're, yeah, I don't know.
Starting to lighten up a bit in the
Yeah,
yeah.
trying to line up.
And by next year I'm going to be as light as you.
And I'm going to be transparent.
If I keep going on Fox, I'm going to be white.
It just I mean, but like, can you imagine marrying somebody? Like, I just don't know how that works. Like, how I feel bad for the couples that are not aligned politically, or at least
Yeah.
like some politically. Like, it's okay not to agree on everything, but could you imagine being married to somebody that you guys are complete opposites of the political spectrum? It's not going to work.
That's why I express to people, especially young men, before you get in a relationship, you got to know 3 things about yourself, and you got to be 100% sure. I think you have to be in these states for at least 3 years in studying them. But you need to know your financial ideology, your spiritual/religious ideology, and your political ideology. I could even throw in your health ideology. But to keep it simple, those are the pillars. Those are the 3 pillars of knowing oneself. And before you get into a relationship, you need to know these things so you don't end up in a relationship with somebody who's not conducive to your beliefs.
I agree, because it's going to cause issues in the marriage, and the marriage will end up failing. And then you're going to have to deal with the divorce and all of the issues with the kid if you do decide to have kids. And yeah.
And then you don't want to confuse the kids. Kids are like, oh, should I take one in the ass, or should I be a conservative? Who knows?
Well, also too, like, religion is an important thing, like a very, very important thing. Because if you come from my mom and my dad were there too. My mom was Catholic, my dad was Jewish. So my mom and dad were like okay with that, and they wanted to raise us to learn about both and be both. But then, my dad got sick, he passed away, they divorced, But I remember I wanted to learn more about Judaism, because that's what my dad was. And I wanted to be close to him because he wasn't in the house anymore. My mom's like, no, you're going to Catholic church. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. So it caused an issue in the household. And I feel like if you're going to have kids, your life is no longer yours. It's part of excuse me, it kind of belongs to the kids to an extent.
Absolutely.
And you need to do, you have to figure these things out and have them settled so you can be good parents. Because if you're fighting about who goes here, this, that, religion, all these things, it puts pressure on the kids, and then it puts pressure on the marriage. And you're either going to stay together and be miserable, or you're going to impact your kids, or you're going to split up, potentially find happiness, and it's still going to impact the kids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's what we have to think about. The kids are what's most important.
Why is it that people do not put why is it in 2021 people do not think about putting their kids first? I feel like, I don't, maybe it was present back then too, but I feel like back, like in the olden days, people cared about the family unit more. Like, people just stayed together and they stood together for the kids, even though, they weren't happy.
Selfish, self-centered. We were talking last night in the spaces, and we were, talking about red flags with women. And one of the red flags they said was, red flag is if a woman comes outside the house and she looks better than the children. The children hair ain't done, but she, decked out from head to toe, Gucci, Balenciaga, but the baby looking like a ragamuffin.
My mom says ragamuffin.
Does she?
Yeah, she does.
All right, then I'm going to say Raggedy Ann. I'll be more Caucasian than her. Was that your mom the other day on the timeline?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I thought that was her.
Yeah, that's my mom. We need to find her a man.
Do we?
We do. She needs a man. I want her to post a picture of her body, but like her standing, like a portrait.
Yeah.
But she's like, no, I'm fat right now. But that just means she has a big fat ass.
Yeah, we need to see that ass. Post it on Instagram.
I will.
Yeah, we need to see that ass on Instagram, and I'm sure the requests will come pouring in.
I will. I'm going to do that. But I mean, I don't know. I feel sad. I really feel really sad for people that think that just have kids and they don't put effort into them. Like, the only time you'll see me looking more dressed up than my kid is if she asks me if she could go to the grocery store with her in her pajamas. And sometimes I tell her, yeah, because she likes to do that. I don't know why, but that's it. And she just refuses to let me dress her and do her hair or whatever. But it's on a rare occasion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you're basically saying you're a violator. You're one of those red flag people.
No, because I asked her, I says, you want me to put pajamas? You want to stay in your pajamas or you want to get dressed? I want to stay in my pajamas. I give her the option.
Okay. I'll allow it.
I mean, and I always have a full face of makeup because I do media. I can't go on without makeup because, God forbid, I don't.
There looking like hell with your hair all dusty.
You know what? I got a haircut and she like darkened it a little bit, and it's different. It needs a wash though. It really does need a wash, but I cannot wash my hair more than once a week, maybe twice at most. Just, it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's the black floating around in your DNA from your ancestors when we pillaged them throughout the Mediterranean.
That's fine.
Yeah, back when miscegenation was flourishing throughout the Mediterranean.
We need to bring that back.
Do we?
There's too much white supremacy. There needs to be. It's the only way to stop the white supremacy. How else do you stop white supremacy? I don't know.
Oh man, that's a good question. I think if we go and based upon the fact that a white man shot 3 other white men, and that's still white supremacy. White supremacy seems to be gonna be here for infinity.
That is the most funny thing I've heard in my. I'm actually, one of the guys was an SO, correct?
Yes.
I'm actually happy that he shot him.
Correct. He deserved it.
I think anybody who is that, they don't deserve anything.
Yeah, he lived a little bit too long.
Yeah, it needs that. They need to be, well, if they want to stay on this earth, they can be castrated, or they can.
No, they need to exit swiftly. Actually, okay. I would rather do it slow, pause, but they need to exit.
I agree. We don't have room for them. So enough of that.
Yes.
Let's talk about the important topic.
Okay. What's that? Meeting the parents?
meeting the parents. So there's some key things I want to talk about. I want to talk about this from a cultural perspective.
Okay.
And I also want to talk about it as from a perspective, you're a man, you're a father, and I'm a woman. I'm a mother. So I'd like to just kind of have that discussion about what that looks like for different cultures, from your cultural background, and then from my cultural background, and then from you as a man and me as a woman.
Okay.
So do you want me to go first? You're going to go first.
I want you to go first. I'd love to learn, what the Caucasians are doing in this situation.
Well, first off, and you tell Nana O that she's Caucasian. She's going to say, no, I'm Sicilian.
Oh, my bad. Sicilian Caucasian.
That's fine, but she will because she's very proud, very, very proud.
Okay. That's why she's got a fat ass. My bad.
It's true. It is true. It's like
she got a badonkadonk.
She's like this.
Pow, placow, placow, placow.
She's almost 72. It's funny. Anyway, so in a Jewish household, they're very strict, very, very, very strict. Okay. And this is not like Hasidic, but very, very strict. But I want to talk more about from an Italian, Sicilian perspective, because even though I grew up without a father, my cousins were very kind of protective to an extent. And my mom was very protective too, kind of, but not really. But like, if you grow up in a Sicilian household and you bring a guy home, like the date has to come in, they have to meet the father, they have to shake his hand, they have to look him in the eye. And it's expected that the man's going to pay for everything. And if the man doesn't pay for anything, or there's like anything that happens, the brothers, the cousins, everybody piles on, they go after them. It's very dramatic. It's a very dramatic thing. So if you're going to date a Sicilian woman or Italian, you better have your shit together, because the dad's not going to put up with your shit in any way, shape, or form. And as a male that wants to, as a man from a Sicilian family, the moms they baby the boys. So the moms are very protective, very, very protective of the kids. Like it's absolutely ridiculous, but that's kind of how it is. And then the Latino side of my daughter, her daddy, my husband, I think he's going to put the fear of God into people, because he's very protective of his little girl. Her brothers that are her half brothers, they're also very, very, very protective. Like if I send them a picture of her and like, cause she had a sty in her eye, the first thing was not that, oh, she's adorable, but what happened to her eye? What about this? What about that? They're like in her, they're in her business. And the oldest brother found out that a little boy was like in her business at school, like, causing grief. And he's like, I'm going to go down. I'm like, no, she's 5. It's fine.
Yeah. I the same thing with my parents. You send a picture and they just notice some shit. You like, damn, how you even noticed that? You wasn't even supposed to say nothing about that. So I could totally see that. I would say it's quite similar in the African American household, or whatever the fuck they call us these days.
White supremacists.
Yeah, I remember meeting dads as a young man, meeting moms, and I would say for the most part, moms loved me. Dads were just kind of like dads, I remember meeting one beta cug dad. He really didn't say much. He just was kind of quiet. He didn't really say too much. I'm sure he wasn't too elated to see me banging his daughter. But I was raised really well. And I was raised with manners and discipline. So parents are always impressed with me and how well spoken I was, my manners, etc. So, I would expect the same from my children whenever they met somebody else's parents, to act your best, be your best representative.
I think the key takeaway here is that all cultures, they care about their kids. Well, the ones that I guess, because there's outliers in every culture, but I
Mhm.
feel like, if you care about your kids, you're going to want to meet the person that they're dating. You're going to want to have them over for dinner to kind of gauge who your kid is with.
Yeah.
And people care about, I mean, if you care about your kids, that's what you want to do. Like, but I feel like in 2021, it might be a little bit more complicated because so many people are on these dating sites and they're just there for like hookups and stuff. I don't know.
I remember the boy who calls himself dating my daughter. Absolute simp, by the way.
Wait, say this one more time.
He's an absolute simp.
So your daughter, the older one, she has a dating somebody or?
Allegedly.
Oh, okay.
Allegedly. I don't know if we can even call it that. But I told the little boy, come inside the house, let me speak to him. And he sat down in the living room and we got to talking. And about 5 minutes in, his glasses started fogging up. He was sweating. Like literally, the boy was hot and sweating and his glasses started fogging up.
Oh.
Poor boy. And I wasn't even going that hard. I didn't pull the Glock out or nothing. I was just asking him simple questions.
You didn't start cleaning? You didn't have him help you clean it?
No, I didn't do that. I don't want to. We don't do that. We don't want to have any acts of aggression, or anything that could be misconstrued as an act of aggression. So, we just had a man-to-man. I asked him a couple of questions to see where his mind was. That's what I wanted to see where his mind was. I found out that he was a Republican, and that made me happy. Low black boy Republican. So I asked him, how did your parents feel about that? He said they didn't like it. They were actually disgusted. His brother was disgusted. He said he got in trouble for it. And so I gave him some advice and sent his ass on the way.
That's actually very interesting that he is complete opposite of his family politically. Very interesting.
The young boy was adopted too, so that could have something to do with it. I don't know how. I'm pretty sure he was adopted like at a very young age, but something in his genetics got a lot more common sense than his mama and his daddy.
That's very, very, very interesting. How is he a simp though?
So my daughter wanted to hang out with some other Y chromosomes, and he took her to go hang out with other Y chromosomes. And then he parked like around the corner and said, I'll wait here because I don't trust them. Now I'm thinking in my head, if I'm dating a chick and she want to hang out with some guy friends, first of all, we not dating no more. Second of all, I'm damn sure not taking you. Third of all, I'm not waiting there. You done. Don't lose my number. So the boy a whole simp. He should have dumped my daughter a long time. I don't know if they dating or what, because I said to my daughter, she made it seem like they wasn't dating. I don't know what the fuck going on. I think she just using the young boy. It got so bad that he was she was making him take her out, like he was buying her food, and then his mom suggested that she comes over and eats dinner before they go out because she was running up his tab. My daughter will spend your money up. If it's one thing, she's a great resource extractor. She will run your bill up. She got fine taste too, so yeah. But yeah, that boy, I thought I was gonna have problems with my daughter and dating. And, honestly, I really feel bad for the boy. I'm like, damn, my daughter's like really gonna just run all over you like this. But I ain't gonna give him no advice. Fuck it. That's his fault. He gonna have to learn.
What would you do if he bought your book and what would you do if
he definitely need to go get my book?
Right, but obviously not right now, afterwards. Because you don't need no edge.
I don't even think my book will help him, I'll be honest with you.
I think it could, but obviously no, we wouldn't want that to happen now.
I mean, it would open his eyes to some things. but he's such a simp. I don't think there's no helping this young boy. He's too much of a simp.
He's
The only thing that he gonna have to get his heart broken before he loses his simpish. Because I believe all men start out as simps until a woman breaks your heart. All right.
Could that woman be their mothers too?
Yes.
Okay.
I was a simp once upon a time, but I got my heart broken at the age of 16, so I learned very early on. And I've been damaged goods ever since. But I ain't been simping. How about that? But all men start off as simps until women ruin them. Women make men players.
I guess so, yeah. They do. What would you do? What would you do if your daughter brought a young man home that she wanted to date, and he comes with your book and says, "Would you sign this for me, sir?"
I'd sign it for the little motherfucker. My book is actually mandatory reading for all people. It is mandatory reading for all people. In fact, here you go right here. Unbreakable Rules of Masculinity by Brian Sharp. I had, I'll tell you two stories. I had three. A university, I can't recall, but a university has actually added my book to their curriculum, their
Love
psychology course. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody DM'd me and said, "Yo, I was looking at my little brother's syllabus and your book is in the syllabus." Yeah. I had a mother reach out to me and say, "I bought your book and I bought it for my son, and his relationship with his girlfriend got a lot better because she was running all over him." I had another woman say, "I bought your book expecting to be mad and upset, and instead fell in love with you." Now, not in the sense of like I like you, but more like fell in love with your character, like me having a good character. It was like that. It was more platonic than like, a relationship type love, right? She said she really enjoyed it. And it's not a pickup artist book. It's a very honest take. And I wanted to write it so that people could have better relationships. Men and women to get along.
I'm going to get it for my stepsons.
You should.
For Christmas. I'm going to put it in their stocking because the middle one, he's good. Well, the baby, he's good. But the oldest, he needs to get his shit together. He needs to grow the fuck up.
Okay.
I'm going to get it. That's very interesting. Very interesting. So
real quick, Issa G, Tuesday Space is becoming a favorite of mine. Word. Thank you. She said, "Where you at, Wendy?" Yeah, Twitter Spaces on Tuesdays be popping.
I'll come in next Tuesday.
Come in. It's amazing conversation. Chico 499, he said, "Breaking, all future Ye concerts will only accept Hotep coin." I love it. So what were you gonna say? My bad.
Should we do a YouTube? All right, next week should we live stream on YouTube and do spaces at the same time?
Wait, what do you mean?
Because we can still live stream on YouTube, but we can do a Twitter space at the same time.
You mean the show?
Yeah.
Sure, I guess.
I don't know.
How does that? Well, I guess. Sure. Maybe.
Because they're gonna hear our voice anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know how would that. Can you do Twitter spaces from the desktop?
Well,
though?
Uncle Hotep does it. I have to see how he
What?
Somebody posted the Kyle Rittenhouse crying video. And
where?
Said, I'm sorry. She said, "Laugh my ass so sorry. This is comedy." I don't know how to do Twitter Spaces from desktop, but I'll reach out to Uncle Hotep and find out how he does it.
He knows how to do it?
Yeah, he does it for his show.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Or we could, yeah, I think we should just do it once and see how it goes. I want to see how fast we can get canceled because my audience is going to cry.
Oh my God. Everyone, you've got to see this.
What happened?
Somebody has photoshopped you with a bad hair day.
Where is it?
It is underneath my tweet. Wendy O.
I can't see it. Can you send it to me in DMs?
Oh my God. Oh, that's hilarious.
Where? I can't see it. Oh my God. I'm retweeting it. This is a good one.
That's a really good Photoshop too. That looks
Oh,
definitely looks just like it looks like he put your face in there perfectly.
oh my God. My dusty ass. I'm going to comment my dusty ass under it.
Oh wow, that's hilarious.
Oh my God. I love it. Okay. So yeah, ask Uncle Hotep how to do that. Well, maybe we'll do it. I want to see
Yeah.
how fat. I want to see how angry we can make people. My audience will get so upset.
Oh man. Okay, I'm down. Let's do it.
It'll be funny. It'll be controversial.
I'm so with it.
Yeah, we'll figure out how we could do both at the same time. But kind of in closing, what I want to ask is, as a young, like, would you have tips for people when they're meeting the parents for the first time, especially because the holidays are coming around?
Be yourself. When meeting anybody, that's the key. They either gonna like you or they not. But be yourself. Have manners. I think the big issue is understand you're not there for leisure. Some people, let's say it's a holiday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, whatever it is. If you're the visiting person, you're not there for leisure. Okay. You need to figure out how you can help in some way, especially if you're a woman. If you see his mama in the kitchen, you best not be chilling. You need to go over there, wash some greens, wash some dishes. At the very least, go over there and have conversation. Right? Don't stay up underneath your boyfriend the whole time. That's corny. That's whack. That's going to get you talked about behind your back. Go schmooze with the mama and ask her, how can I help you? If you don't know how to get in where you fit in, usually a good woman knows how to get in where they fit in. You know, you see the mama grab something, put it in the sink. Don't say anything. Just go over there and wash the bitch. Just start washing dishes. Grab a fucking, say, hey, where's your Windex at? You know, I just want to wipe this counter down. Grab the broom, start sweeping. Make yourself useful, ladies.
What about for men?
For men, stay out the way.
Please get the fuck out the kitchen.
Yeah, stay out the way.
But I mean, like, you know, what do they do? Like, do they go hang out with dad? Do they go hang out with the cut? Like, what do they like? Should a man do?
I don't know. I think he needs to not be up underneath the daughter. That's gonna piss dad off. Hang with the fellas.
That's ghetto too.
I mean, dad's probably sitting in the living room watching the football game. You need to find out his favorite football team and pretend you got the same football team as your favorite team.
Oh, you don't have to pretend you have the same football team because you don't need to pretend that you have the same football team because that could be a healthy rival.
Well, considering that I don't have a favorite football team, it would be an advantage for me. So I could just pretend like, oh yeah, I'm a Saints fan. Oh yeah, I kind of like the Saints. You know, I have like a whole bunch of football players that follow me, so I could just pull one football player. I'm like, hey, you know, such and such follows me on Twitter. Yeah, cool. You know, strike up some small talk conversation. You know,
I think for me, I think the women should be in the kitchen helping the mom, grandma get. Let me tell you something. Find out who your man is closest to. Mine is closest to grandma. was closest to grandma. So make sure you're good with whatever woman he is closest to that he adores the most.
Right.
I mean, obviously, does maybe it's his sister, the auntie, whoever it is, but find out who he's closest to. Obviously, be respectful to all the women, but getting good with that particular woman that he's with. And like you said, just start cleaning, help, maybe even bring a dish, learn how to cook, bring a dish.
You don't come empty-handed.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Never come empty-handed. Always come with something. If you cook it, that's better. If you don't cook it, that's fine. But try to cook it. But then some people don't like cook. Should somebody bring cooked food, or should they buy from the grocery store?
I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't matter really. You just have to bring something to the table. For a man, I think it's very important that he pays attention to the handshake.
Yes.
That's a make or break deal. You come with the little flimsy bitch ass handshake, Pops is judging you. Come, strong, firm handshake. Boom. Get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say too much. Don't talk too much. Don't argue. Listen. Try to learn. Be a sponge. Be polite, especially to your girlfriend in front of the family, because the family's just waiting for you to do something stupid so they can judge you. But don't be comfortable. Do not get too comfortable. Be uncomfortable in a household. Sit up, sit proper.
Have good manners at the table. Don't chew with your damn mouth open at the table.
Word.
Make sure you wash your hands before you eat. Put the toilet seat down. Don't leave a mess in the bathroom.
Yeah, don't be pissing on the toilet and leave that shit there.
Oh God, you know what? One thing he did really good with his boys. He taught them. You always put the seat down and you get a tissue. You wipe the floor. You wipe the seat. I don't care if it's in public bathroom. After you're done, you toss it out and you wash your hands.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Greet everyone. Hey, how are you? My name is such and such. It's a pleasure to meet you. Never enter somebody's house without a physical touch and a greeting.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hi, mom, hug, pops, handshake, brother, handshake, auntie, hug. Go around the room and make sure you touch everyone and look everyone in the eye and introduce yourself.
Eye contact is
really
important. The
wave from the other side of the room is no bueno.
I agree. Yeah, but bring something, bring food, just be,
bring
come in.
Weed, yeah.
Don't get obliterated. Do not get obliterated. No. Probably don't. Maybe if you have a glass of wine or whatever it is they're drinking, a beer, but don't get obliterated. That is embarrassing.
Yeah.
That is embarrassing.
Dinner rolls, soda, some shit. Bring something.
And if you are a man, if you're a man and you're going to your woman's family, bring mom flowers.
Hold up. That's a gem right there.
He brings every holiday. He brings my mom flowers ever since we met.
Oh man, golden. That's
always
golden.
You want to do that. And for the women, if you want to bring, obviously you need to bake something, cook something, or bring something from the store, but find out what his dad's favorite. But if you are for women too, bring mom flowers. I think that would be a very nice gesture. Bring mom flowers, or bring grandma flowers, bring one of the female head of the households, one of the pillars flowers, because it's going to show that you respect them.
Indeed.
And they're $10.
I love it.
That's just my opinion. Do you have anything before we close this evening?
Hotep's been told you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time, with Uncle Hotep. Be there. It's going to be a wild show. We got a lot to cover. But that's all I got.
Wow. I'm probably going to tune in for a little bit until you start getting aggressive and yelling a bit. I got to go.
It's going to be a wild one tomorrow.
All I got to say is thank you for bringing some sort of like normalcy to Twitter.
I try.
It's just so, to me, it's just so upsetting because things are so backwards. And I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
I just see things. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for an amazing show. Me and Hotep are gonna figure out what we're gonna do next week. Maybe I want to try spaces. I really want to try spaces because I want to see how many people we can piss off.
Let's do it.
Because I think it'll be funny. If not, we'll be back here next week, 7 p.m. PT. I need to go the F to bed because I've been up working since 6 a.m.
Go ahead. Don't forget to wash your hair tomorrow. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
August 26th through the 28th, Las Vegas, Nevada. Hotep Nation Weekend. The world will never be the same.
Oh, damn, my bad. That was the wrong video.
Save the date if you not fake. HJ got a plate and a hot take. They gon' get you moving right. These goofy
August 26th through the 20th.
Save the date if you not fake. HJ got a plate and a hot take. They gon' get you moving right. These goofy types keep the unks goofy tight. Look, let's get it lit like a Lucy, aight? Show the world what we can build when the crew unite. And while these frauds out finessing your protests, I'm in the gulags playing chess with the Hoteps. The Hotep's been told you. Don't sweat, bruh, I ain't gonna hold you. Keep receipts for the things that they told you. Ears to the street, they got secrets to go through. The Hotep's been told you. Don't sweat, bruh, I ain't gonna hold you. Keep receipts for the things that they told you. Ears to the street, they got secrets to go through. Hotep and build, y'all know the deal. We go in for real and ain't got no chill. Teach me how to grip, teach me how to